Imagine being so desperate for freedom that you risk your life inside a small wooden box. For 26 terrifying hours, one man remained silent in darkness, not knowing if he would survive the journey. This is the unbelievable true story of the slave who mailed himself to freedom. A story of courage, sacrifice, and the unstoppable human desire to be free. A 20-year-old enslaved man named Henry Brown packed himself into a wooden crate in Richmond, Virginia, on March 23, 1849. The box was just 3 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 2.5 feet deep, barely large enough for his shoulders. He had only a small container of water, a few biscuits, and a single gimlet tool to drill air holes along the journey. A sympathetic white shoemaker and a black storekeeper helped seal the crate and marked it as dry goods to be shipped to Philadelphia. The journey was supposed to take 1 day, but the crate was placed upside down on a wagon, causing blood to rush to his head. He remained silent and motionless for 26 hours, even as workers tossed the box onto its sides and even threw it onto a moving train. At one point, a baggage handler flipped the crate over and sat directly on top of it, unaware that a man's face was inches below. Henry had no light and no way to know if the air holes had been blocked, but he refused to make a single sound. The crate was transferred to a steamship, a train, a ferry, and finally another wagon before arriving in Philadelphia. When the box was opened, Henry Brown stood up, extended his arms, and famously sang a psalm he had chosen for that exact moment. He became known as Henry Box Brown, and his story turned him into a celebrity speaker for the abolitionist movement across the North. He was never caught because the law could not find a man who had legally shipped himself as cargo without a crime being officially recorded. His wife and children remained enslaved in Virginia, and he never saw them again for the rest of his life. He eventually moved to England to escape the Fugitive Slave Act, which would have returned him to bondage. In England, he performed a moving panorama show about his escape, telling thousands of people what slavery had taken from him. He married again and started a new family, but he always kept a small wooden box in his home as a reminder. He married again and started a new family, but he always kept a small wooden box in his home as a reminder. He died in Toronto in 1897, a free man who had turned himself into a package to prove that freedom was worth any price.
If this story impacted you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Impact Stories today for more powerful real-life stories. See you in the next story.